Hey, hi, hello. What is going on, everybody? My name is Angelito, and Goddess of Victory Nike decided to drop labels, character information, and character design at 1 o'clock last night. So we're going to go ahead and look at her kit, see her animations, see if she's good, and ultimately see if I recommend anyone pulling for her. We're going to go ahead and compare her to a couple of the other burst ones, um, just to kind of give us a little bit of like, is she good enough or better than these characters? Kind of like, you know? So, with that said, here we go. We're going to go ahead and play, and let's see. Doesn't look like we have any volume. That's fine. So, oh, dude, she's a little bunny in the back. That's pretty cool. And she has little paws. She's like ultimate goth, which is actually pretty cool. Her gun's cool too. All right, so she's an AR. I think it's looking pretty solid so far. I want to see her burst. Her burst is like you've been playing right here, like in this little box. But I want to see. Oh, so that's her little shield that she gives. Her burst is crazy. That burst is actually insane. She's reading a adult manga. Gets an idea, and then the blood spew. Oh my god, the red flash is crazy. All right, cool. That's the introduction of label. Let's go ahead and look at her kit now. She's a burst one defender, and being a burst one in this game, comparative to all the other burst ones that we have, is actually kind of insane. Not of which being for her. So hopefully she's actually able to give us a good amount of things. She's also where's I guess I'm blind, but I can't see. I think she's a Elysion, right? I believe she's a Elysion. Okay, so her first skill is meeting and parting. Imagined. Activates at the start of battle. Affects self. Delusion. Creates a shield equal to 30% of caster's final max HP. This effect is continuous. Activates when delusion status ends. Affects self. So these both affect self. So shattered. The delusion shattered activates up to 2 times. This effect is continuous. Effect 1. Imagine heartbreak. Prevents being targeted by single target attacks for 1 second X delusion shattered count. This effect is removed upon taking a direct hit. Effect 2. Stuns for 1 second per delusion stat or shatter stack. Okay. Shatter stack. Is she only able to activate a shield for herself? Activates when performing a normal attack while not in delusion status. Effect self. Create a shield equal to 30% of, okay, it's the same thing. 30% of final max HP. And activates when using burst skill while not in delusion status. So create a shield. Okay, so she basically just has a shield up 24/7. She doesn't share it with anybody. She just gives it to herself. Okay. Right off the rip, I'm not really liking the skill 1 for PvE. I think it's decent for PvP, but I don't really see it being used or see this character being used much for PvE. Skill 2, Sweetness of Love Imagined. Activates at the start of battle, affects all allies except self. Damage taken from electrocute enemies down 70.4% for 5 seconds. Okay. Activates 1 time per battle. Activates only while in delusion status. Affects self. Burst gauge filling speed up 70.4% continuously. Attack up 93.99 or 93.39 continuously. And this only affects self. And damage taken to electrocute enemies down 70.4% continuously. Activates only while in shattered delusion stat or shared delusion status. Affects all allies except self. Attack up 80%. Yeah, she kind of just seems like a PvP character. Um, Not terrible, not bad, but I don't really see a lot of people using her for PvE. Um, Damage taken to electrical enemies down 70%. I would see people using this in PvP to negate Cinderella and in Scarlet. I don't really see this being used anywhere else. Burst gauge filling is fine because burst speed, but she doesn't have cooldown either. So even if you use her in PvE, she needs a cooldown character to be used with her. The attack up 80% for everybody is pretty good. She gives herself 93% attack, which is also like pretty good for her because she's gonna be doing some damage, but okay. Let's look at the burst skills. So bursting heart affects self, max HP up 20% for 10 seconds, and shared delusion. The shield created by label becomes invulnerable for 10 seconds. Okay. Realistically speaking, I think that ulti is kind of useless. Again, I think that it's just really good in PvP. Not really good in PvE. Because she's not giving her teammates anything. Just increasing her own HP, and she's making herself invulnerable. So I think that she's a good PvP character. In terms of like, let's go ahead and go to I'm gonna go to use Pride Win for this and look at the other burst ones. So the best burst ones in the game, in my opinion, are everybody in the S or anybody up here. I'm also throwing D Killer Wife, and well, we're gonna go through A through SSS. So starting with these two, she's non-comparable to both Roppy and Little Mermaid. These two characters are insanely good. They're an SSS for a reason. They're used on almost every single team. So I'm not even going to compare them to these. We can compare it to Litter and our leader, and Litter like gives such a massive attack boost. Can I see the actual? Probably not going to be able to, but okay, I'll just do this one. Litter gives really high attack bonuses, is able to give shields, is able to help the team. Not comparable to Litter. Rouge is able to give max HP to other characters. And this character label, she's only able to give health and shields to herself. She does give an attack stat, which I don't think Rouge really gives. But I do think that this character's niche for one team and one team only, and that's Cinderella. And Cinderella's team, Rouge is still dominant. Miranda Treasure and Tove and S. Tove is able to benefit off the shotgun team and help the shotgun team a lot. Miranda is able to give critical. Her special item, or her treasure, yes, is just insanely good. I think that, like, realistically speaking, you can't compare her to any of these characters. I think that she's like a B or C tier character. And I really only think that she's going to be good for PvE. Depending on where you want to slot her, you could probably put her like maybe S, maybe SS for burst 1 in PvP. But for bossing and or story, I don't really think that she's that great. I think that she's probably around here. And I think that everybody else above here is just better than her. So with that being said, I think that if you want to pull for this character because she looks cool, then go for it. That's always a thing, you know, waifu collector simulator. But if you want to pull her in terms of like how good she really is, then I don't think that she's worth pulling for PvE. If you guys play massive amounts of PvP, then you already probably are going to get her because you need copies for her. But if you're going to use her for PvP, go for it. I wouldn't recommend pulling for her PvE. So that's just my 2 cents. I think that if you are going to, she's a skip. She's a skip. I'm probably gonna pull for her just because I've been playing a lot more PvP. And getting more copies for my characters. So we'll see. I might do a little review after I get her, but yeah. So with that said, thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for watching. I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody who peeped my last video. Thank you guys so much for the views. I think it's my most viewed video that I've uploaded, the one on Snow White. So thank you guys so much. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment on the videos because I love to talk to you guys in the comment section. And with that, yeah, that's gonna be everything. So you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.